Welcome to Adventure in Art. My name is Ben Staley, your resident talking head. I want to talk about failure. Why does it happen? What does it mean? Why is it important? Spoiler alert. Look, it's a strange time. I've been thinking about this a lot. Of like, wow, if I could go back 20 years or 30 years and think of how it was then, and try and imagine what it would be like 30 years in the future, what it would be like now. I could not have comprehended the way things are today. With these little devices we have in our pockets, social media, the way everything's connected, the way technology has evolved, the way it's sort of hasn't lived up to what we expected the future would be. Like, we sort of have robots, we sort of have androids, we sort of have cars that drive themselves. We sort of have flying cars, but we really don't. We do have video phones in our pocket. I'm getting off topic, but things are weird. We are connected and we're able to, everybody is like their own media channel. Everybody's like their own station and you can tune into it and we broadcast our lives. Some people do it to great effect. Some people do it successfully and they do it well. Some people do it sort of clumsily, awkwardly, crudely. You know, we're all different. We have different skill sets. We have different talents. We have different abilities. We have different personalities. But generally, people are broadcasting the highlight reel of their lives, right? The good stuff. Like, look what I just did. It's amazing. I feel like I'm really excited and I didn't even have that much coffee this morning. Wow, I feel like my energy is way up and maybe I should just dial this back. I'm suddenly self-conscious. Anyways, what I'm getting at is we're all kind of guilty of that, right? We're guilty of when something is good, when something's awesome, we're at an awesome restaurant. Wow, this steak tartare is amazing. Boop, highlight reel. Wow, I'm on a beach somewhere. Highlight reel. We don't talk about being stuck in traffic for 4 hours. We don't talk about getting some kind of stomach bug because of the street food we ate. We don't show people all the lousy photographs we take. And trust me, since we talk about photography a lot on this channel, everybody takes crappy pictures. It's the few that rise to the top that we share. Make no mistake. And oftentimes, those are heavily edited. We are all broadcasting the highlight reel of our lives. And look, I'm not the first one to point this out, right? That can make you feel like, when that's all that you see, that can make you feel like, man, my life kind of sucks because all you're seeing is the really good shit from everybody else. Here's the thing, I work in documentaries and films. What I have done mostly for the last 15 years is documentary series, unscripted TV series, kind of like adventure reality type stuff, factual stuff, a lot of law enforcement shows, kind of like adventure stuff on Nat Geo and Discovery Channel, okay? So what that basically means is there will be some characters or some people doing some rad stuff, some exploring, some adventuring, and I'm one of the dudes that follows them around with a camera. And generally, I'm kind of I'm a shooter-producer kind of person, which means I'm a one-man director and cinematographer, so I'm doing it all. Everybody wants to be the hero, right? Everybody wants to be the hero. Let's talk about the hero's journey. So everybody wants to be that knight in shining armor that slays the dragon and gets the girl, right? But to get there and to be that hero, you've got to get your ass kicked a little bit. You've got to go through some struggles and some battles and some trials and tribulations. Part of the hero's journey is failure. Take an example. Think about one famous story that's certainly in my lifetime and that was influential and that maybe you're familiar with, Star Wars. Let's talk about the original trilogy, not all the stuff that's come after it. Some of it's okay. Most of it doesn't even compare to those original 3 films. But now think about, those are basically centered around Luke Skywalker. He's kind of the main dude. I mean, we got Princess Leia, we got Han Solo. They've got their own hero journeys in there. Let's talk about Luke Skywalker. He's stuck on this planet. There's all this cool shit going on out there. He wants to be a part of it, but he's not. He's got to work at his family's moisture farm, I think. Life sucks for Luke Skywalker. Finally, he hops on this spaceship. Everything goes bad. He's out there. He learns to become a Jedi. He trains. He's like, yes, I'm going to overthrow the evil empire. He goes and faces down Darth Vader, gets his ass kicked. Then his best buddy Han Solo gets like encased in carbonite and snatched away by Boba Fett and taken to Jabba the Hutt. Things are not looking good for Luke Skywalker. He just gets his ass handed to him, right? At the end of the second film. So what's he do? He goes back, he gets like a robot arm, he trains, he rescues his buddy, they join forces, they go back out and they try again. And they succeed and they overthrow the Empire. The end. Hero's journey, right? That's just not a very interesting story. If Luke goes out and first thing, he takes his lightsaber and he kicks everybody's ass and he wins, that's a shorter story and it's pretty boring. And you're not like rooting for him as much when he wins because Luke's human and he failed. He tried and he reached beyond his means and he realized the places where he was deficient and he worked on himself. He made himself stronger. He made himself better. If you've only succeeded and you've never failed, you pretty much think you're invincible and eventually you're gonna fail and it's gonna hurt. The other thing that's really important, if you're not failing on a regular basis, you're really not pushing your boundaries, but I'm getting ahead of myself. It's lonely when you fail. You feel like everybody else is awesome and you don't have talent, you don't have ability, you suck. And that's a horrible way to feel. I have felt that way. I still feel that way sometimes. When I look back at my life, and I've had spectacular successes and done kind of like mind-boggling things when I think about my life has not turned out how I would have imagined it, especially like if I think when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, I could not have imagined the things that have happened in my life. I've had like crushing lows and I've had magical, huge successes, have been on big stages in life, have won huge awards. Who cares? I don't even think about those successes, those awards, those triumphs. I don't think about that stuff very much. You know what I think about? I think mostly about the things I haven't achieved yet, the things I haven't done, and that clock is ticking down and time is running out, and I just feel like I gotta get busy, I gotta do stuff. I think about all the things that I've tried to do and I've failed at, and there's a lot. And yeah, I've taken some good pictures, but there's a lot of crummy pictures out there on hard drives and on negatives that I've taken. That's what it's all about. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you have a rich and a full life and you get to where you want to go. If you're not failing, you're not trying. Failure is absolutely necessary for you to reach the places that you want to reach. I have tried on this little YouTube channel to show a vast breadth of the work that I do, many different kind of disciplines and styles and genres of photography and filmmaking and that kind of thing. And I've tried to show a lot of the work and even show work that isn't necessarily my favorite. I've shown work that I think is actually a failure. In fact, the very last two videos that I put up, both film photography shoots, both shoots I thought about for a long time, both shoots that in my opinion were 100% failures. I barely got any images that I'm stoked about. Maybe one or two or three, certainly not enough to fill like a whole video of here's my awesome shots. But I put those up anyways because I wanted to show this is a journey. Along that journey, you're going to stub your toe. You're going to take some wrong turns. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to miscalculate. You're going to stumble. You're going to fail. If you're afraid to fail, you're never going to try. You should 100% not be afraid to fail. You should throw yourself into your passions, into your projects, into your ideas, into your dreams, into your ambitions. Hurl yourself into those things. Prepare yourself, but go forth knowing that it's not all going to work out the way you want, the way you expect, the way you can imagine. It's not going to. You are going to fail. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to not be prepared for some things. You're going to not have the skills for some things. You're going to make dumb mistakes. You're going to miscalculate. Nature's going to interfere. Other people are going to interfere. You're going to fail. If you're not failing, you're not trying. Have I made my point? Do you understand? Don't be afraid of your failures. Don't be ashamed of your failures. Wear them like a badge of honor. Don't be afraid to fail, people. Don't even be afraid to talk about your failures. It shows more character. It shows more integrity. It's cooler. It's not all sunshine and roses. You're gonna fuck up. It's okay. I fuck up a lot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.